That's true. That's true. I mean, we saw it like kind of turn off 7 library, but other than that, not really much to worry about there. And I think
Yeah, and here we do have an Ancient Tomb mirror game. Those two decks are completely different, but they do utilize the same type of mana base. Um, it's Ancient Tomb, City of Brass, and then you have a few basics, Cavern of Souls, things like that. The game plans are as follows. So red white with initiative. This is also, by the way, the first time we have red white Boros initiative on screen. Um, the initiative mechanic backed up by a lot of hate bears, such as like Archon of Emeria, maybe Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, like those kind of cards. Um, both pitch elementals, like we were seeing like Solitude and probably also some number of Furies. The most exciting card about this deck is probably the newest edition, which is 4th Eolingus. We might see that card in play actually because we hyped it up on our podcast a lot, and maybe you get a chance to see it. On the other side, what is Diego doing?
well, Diego's trying to. I would guess mono black means mono black helm. There's basically two flavors of mono black these days, right? There's mono black helm, and then there's more like a mono black scam variant where you have like you also have your griefs and your other cards that you can use there, but also reanimates. And I think the mono black helm very often is not that interested in reanimates. You can also go in even deeper stompy road. But actually, I see a planeswalker in hand there, and I'm not exactly like I almost wanted to say this is some kind of Liliana, but it is
Oh wow, it is
Liliana
Lilian Last Hope.
Last Hope. Whoa. Kai and I were
Damn.
just talking like this meta game, and in some aspects it looks a lot like 2018-ish, right?
Yeah,
I
it
think that's also
does.
like the last time Liliana of the Last Top was really like making big waves in Legacy as the successor to Liliana of the Veil, which had
This is
died earlier.
insane. You know what's good versus Oakish Bowmaster?
Liliana?
Yeah, Liliana last.
Oh, is this some tech?
Damn.
Is this the next
It's
limited?
dude. It's all coming back now.
We're coming full circle. Okay, so the Grief, like the obvious first pick would be like Fable, right? Because that's actually what Carlos can play on the first turn. Uh, and I think that's gonna be it. You could go after the initiative creatures, but it's really awkward because unless you have another discard spell, they're gonna come down anyways.
Yeah. There's also the Lotus Petal you can take
Ooh.
if you have, let's say, a follow up. If you can reanimate the Grief, then you can take both the Fable and the Lotus Petal and then slow down Carlos quite a bit.
Oh, that would
Um,
be something, right?
yeah, I mean the old Lotus Petal enables the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and yeah, let's see what's the pick here. Because if Diego doesn't take the Lotus Petal, then Carlos can play a turn 2 Seasoned Dungeoneer.
I mean, you could also like if you had a reanimate, wouldn't you actually go reanimate on the season dungeon here? Now that I think about it,
That's not too bad either, yeah.
yeah. And actually, we have the second Grief
Oh, wow.
pitching the opposition agent, and yeah, that's actually the other way you can go about it. I guess you could take out both of the initiative creatures, and then you go like middle of the road in this case. Okay, that works as well. So you're basically saying, okay, Carlos is gonna be able to have the turn 2 initiative creature,
Yeah.
but Diego still has plans. He has not passed the turn yet, and that could be a reanimate, right?
You
Is
know,
that gonna be the reanimate?
yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Yeah, dude, this dude, I think Carlos is getting scammed here. Yeah,
Yeah, very
like
much so.
I shred your hand and I get your best creature. How about that?
And Carlos, as it looks like, literally goes land, maybe Lotus Petal past the turn. And Diego's gonna go into the dungeon, right? So we are in the hidden entrance, I believe it's called. Dude, I can't believe I actually know that. We're gonna get a basic land from our deck. And which route do you go? Like it's always like with the Undercity, do you go left or do you go right?
Yeah. So typically the left side is way more powerful than the right side. It's the most typical one where you go like forge and trap, just deal a ton of damage and then you keep drawing cards and then eventually you land at the last room, right? The throne room. If you go to the right, you have a few like quote unquote like mediocre effects. You have a scry effect, which might be useful if your hand is like full of lands, for example, or if you need like some answers right away. You get a treasure token at the next step, which is okay. You get a skeleton token as a 4/1 menace, which can steal back the initiative quite effectively.
And
And
it
then
looks
you,
like
Mhm.
sorry? Yeah.
No, so for me, like I since it is turn 1, and Carlos also has to use the engine tomb a few times. Like, I would not be surprised if Diego goes for the forge and trap room. Just, puts a lot of counters on Seasoned Dungeoneer, goes to trap next, which lets Carlos lose 5 life. Like, it all plays very well into the engine tomb game Carlos is setting up right now.
Yeah. And Carlos actually picked up a case of Chaos Adventurer. So if Diego actually plays this slowly, that could be one way to maybe lose the game. But yeah, he forges it up. That's almost like the death blow.
Diego is not messing around here.
Diego said it's an insane opening, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's like he wants to get that done just real quick.
Like literally double discard, reanimate your best creature, wasteland you in the next turn. Carlos might actually lose this game without casting a single spell other than the Lotus Petal. Yeah, what are we gonna do here? Land go once again. I mean, on the next turn, do we have I think there's no soul land in there. So Carlos might even go a third turn without a play now.
Oh man. Yeah, this
I like how Diego actually this is how the Undercity was supposed to be explored, right? You don't know what there is, you have to make your way. So Carlos is like, okay, what happens here? Oh, 5 life loss. Yeah, let's do that. I'm down. And now we're exploring. Or are we? Oh, it looks like we're actually not exploring. Okay, that works for me.
all right.
Diego's like, you know what? We don't need any of... Actually, no, it doesn't trigger on itself to explore, right? Now I'm actually confusing myself. It should trigger on itself, right?
I think it should, yeah.
Yeah. I guess we're just going without the exploration. We're just like storming into all the rooms blindly. Oh, and he picked up a grief. Still 1 mana short of actually getting that out. But yeah, I mean, Carlos is dead to an next attack, and he has once again no play on this turn, as it looks like.
And Seasoned Dungeoneer has also another type of text that says that it cannot, when it attacks, it gains protection from creatures until end of turn. So like, it's not easy to block it, and has 5 power. This is rough. Like,
is this Chrome Mox? Yeah, I was thinking this is probably Chrome Mox, but that alone is not doing it. Diego has like 5 power of unblockable stuff. Yeah, and it's... So I guess Carlos' best hope is that Diego maybe misses that this creature gets protection from... I mean, you would still attack anyway because you got the bigger creature. So it's actually kind of hard for Diego to mess this up.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, play to your outs, I guess. Carlos can try. See what Diego is about to do.
I mean, this is what you do, right? It is like 99% clear that Diego's gonna attack, but there might be some odd reason maybe to not attack, and if as long as there's even a 1% chance.
Yeah, I think it's actually less than 1%, but I mean, just like put the fear into your opponent. Like maybe like Carlos saying, "Hey, actually, I picked up Solitude." I mean, in which case Diego would still attack anyway.
Well, in that case, I don't even know if you wanted to show the case of Chaos Adventurer, maybe.
Yeah, that's
true.
True.
Although it is very common in those deck lists, but
yeah, actually, yeah. After you've seen the red, actually, yeah, maybe we can probably just like deduce that. Yeah, but Diego just... Wait, chat is saying that's another reanimate? No, whoa, we got a trigger. What? Okay, now I'm actually reading card. Kai, you can take this from here. I'm actually rereading this one, Seasoned Dungeoneer.
Yeah, maybe you can help me chat here. I'm pretty sure that the Seasoned Dungeoneer cannot be blocked this turn.
Yeah, it's got the trigger, right?
Think so, yeah.
I'm actually double checking whether it says like other creature or something. Whenever you attack, target attacking cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard gains protection from creatures until the end of turn, and it is a warrior. So yes. Yeah, so that's just a miss trigger. We didn't explore, we didn't get protection from creatures.
Yeah, I think the protection part has been I
mean, actually, from Carlos' side, he actually played to his out. Diego missed the trigger. Diego missed the trigger. So Carlos could have actually drawn something, right, to get back into the game.
Yeah, like a
play to your outs.
Yeah, so like a Soul's Plowshares or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the block was kind of odd. Maybe they got like a judge confirmation maybe here. But
I mean, the judge shouldn't intervene there. Like, if you miss the trigger, that's on you.
I mean, fortunately, the I don't even know if it's like fortunately, but like the game outcome is as kind of as expected. Right.
You know, I really like this. Like, Carlos is like, okay, I got 1 out, and there's trigger missing a trigger. And imagine, like, if he actually draws, I don't know, Solitude or anything to get rid of the creature. Oh, you know what would have been insane? Touch the Spirit Realm.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You flicker it, it comes back on your side.
Yeah. You know,
That's insane, dude. I appreciate
all right, all right. Yeah,
That's amazing.
big brain, big brain, big brain. No, I hesitated for a bit because Carlos blocked with the seasoned engineer, his own seasoned engineer, but he played seasoned engineers like this whole day, so he should kind of know what's going on with those attack triggers.
Yeah, but Diego's the one who missed the trigger.
Right, but like if you're Carlos, like, yeah, okay. Anyway, okay.
Okay, good luck for
Anyway.
the second game. They wish each other good luck before sideboarding even. That's
No, that's
good.
not too bad.
Like,
Yeah.
good luck finding the right sideboard choices. Let's go.
Like after every brainstorm, like, dude, good job on the
Yeah.
brainstorm, dude.
Fetch land. You found a land. Perfect.
So
We're gonna
like
have a good
other
game.
people would say like so lucky you found a land off
Yeah.
this fetch land.
Yeah, keep 7 land. Oh my god, always so lucky. So what are we bringing in here? It's actually kind of hard to see right now. What is this? I almost want to say that's Ebony Charm. Honestly, it could actually be Ebony Charm. Like it's actually like this the top black card of the cards that Diego is bringing in. And actually, I have to reread what it's if it's actually Ebony Charm. I have to reread it. I know it like that does like -2, -1, and like I think it allows for discard. No, it's not Ebony Charm. Must be something else. It actually looks different. Huh. We will see in a moment. Actually, production, can you put deck lists on? Do we already have deck lists for top 8? Yes, we can read you. Yes, we can read you. Okay, let's see where this is going. By the way, once again, Voidwalker, awesome card. Like Voidwalker has become such a mainstay in Legacy, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Maybe the
totally.
list we did earlier, like 10 years from now, people won't be talking about Legacy GPs, but about like Impact Return top 8s and stuff. Voidwalker.
Yeah,
Doughty
was a little bit of a sleeper, I think. Like it came out at the same time as like Grist and Ragavan and Dragon's Rage Channeler, like and Solitude and all these other cards from Modern Horizons 2. But people were so focused on, the cards I just mentioned that Doughty Voidwalker just didn't get enough attention, maybe, or it was basically a little bit of a sleeper. And black was not played as much.
True.
Like
especially for a double black.
Yeah, it's a double black card. Like it's not just like a simple splash here and there. Not surprised to see it in today's metagame with like Bowmasters. It's a solid 2-drop. It also doesn't die to Bowmaster, and it can also like attack pass through Bowmasters. There's a lot of nice synergy, I think.
Oh, Pyrokinesis, you see that?
Oh,
Fury
sick.
is not enough. We also want Pyrokinesis. 4th Erlingas we see there. Is that one coming in or out? It looks like it's coming out. Actually, I don't hate it in the matchup.
Yeah, like getting a lot of knights is not terrible.
Yeah, like
Carlos might have
cool.
Carlos might have to respect the helm combo of Diego's deck. Like Carlos deck can only win with combat damage, and Diego can possibly also combo out. And in addition,
you know what I want to see Diego do? Like a desperation helm activation, and then you hit Fury, and like all of a sudden you clear the opponent's board.
Dude,
I want to see some firework. Here. Come on, this is the top 8 of Impact Returns.
Oh yeah. Or like I don't know, like both players at five life or something, and then you activate Helm and get an initiative creature or something like that, and then you go to like the trap room maybe. I don't know, like something like that. That'd be insane.
Yeah. Everybody, get your friends in, get your parents in, get everybody in to watch Impact Returns. 3 more rounds of Legacy today. Tomorrow there's gonna be a big modern. We're gonna have like over 200 people trying to kill the Ragavan, right?
Oh yeah, dude, that's the name of the game. Actually, to kill the One Ring. It's maybe like more like it. And try to destroy it. Yeah, the thing is like Spain is kind of far away from Mount Doom, so I don't know, like
But where actually is Mount Doom?
In Middle Earth, of course.
And how do you know how far that is away?
Oh, like Google Maps.
Yeah. Honestly, there might actually be a Mount. There's a Mount Terror.
If you type in Mount Doom on Google Maps,
I know there's a Mount Terror. It's one of the highest mountains in Antarctica. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, Mount Doom. How far is it away from Spain? Mount Doom. There's Doom Mountain.
It's like 10 minutes from here.
It's in British Columbia in Canada.
Yeah.
Mount Doom Paintball and Airsoft Field.
Yeah,
But it closes in a couple of hours. Now it closes actually at 6
closes in a
p.m.
couple of hours. That mountain closes in a couple of hours. I'm sorry, guys.
Imagine like if
You gotta
Frodo and
destroy
Sam
the
are
rings
going-
tomorrow. I'm sorry. Like,
Sorry, Mordor is closed for the night.
Motto is closed. Dude, Blackgate is closed, dude.
Only invited guests. I'm
Yeah,
saying the
dude.
Black Gate is
The
closed.
Blackgate is closed,
And
dude.
Aragorn is like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we gotta have some like serious security guards there.
Yeah, I gotta buy some nicer shoes to get into Mordor.
The nicest shoes. More like no shoes, but yeah.
No shoes, no service in Mordor. That's how it works.
Okay, so what do we do here? What do we have here? We have a nice looking mountain from I do think that is that invasion or some.
Wait, that mountain?
Oh, like yeah,
Yeah, that's one of my favorite mountains. Actually, I didn't get those mountains for painter because they are foil, and it's obviously even if there's
oh,
just a couple of. But I actually have that one at home. It's I'm pretty sure it's an Arena League promo.
oh, really nice.
Yeah, which is basically the predecessor to FNM.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, love that card.
Pyrokinesis, a Simian Spirit Guide,
Could also be a
but
player
maybe there
remote.
was no payoff. So a lot of mana and removal, maybe not enough. Okay, as we do see a sideboard, as we do see a mulligan on both sides.
Oh. Chad, who do you think is favored here? Initiative always initiative has such a high ceiling, right? Initiative can completely blow you out, but sometimes it can also completely fall apart because it has so many not moving pieces. But since we are ramping to 4, which in Legacy is pretty rare. Like in Legacy, you can reasonably ramp to 3. That's usually what you want to do. But ramping to 4 usually requires a second card, like whether it's a Chrome Mox that loses your card, or another Spirit Guide or Lotus Petal. And then if your 4-drop gets somehow handled, or even worst case Fosterfield, which is not going to happen here, you are in. You need to top deck something, right? And that works better if you're up against slow decks. But I mean, Diego, what does he have here? Is that actually? I wonder if that's a promo of what's her name again? Lose 2 life when you draw a card. When the opponent draws a card.
Shieldred.
Shieldred. Is that Shieldred? Is that a promo of Shieldred?
Yeah, I think it's the promo version of Shieldred. I don't know how good Shieldred is in this matchup. Like both players play Caracas, and none of the players actively draw cards.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to the bottom.
Yeah.
That's 4th Erlingas also going to the bottom of the. Actually, not. Haha. Carlos is not sure. Does he have any kind of acceleration? I'm not really seeing. I'm just seeing lands and 4-drops, and Erlingas, but that's not good enough. Okay, pass.
All right.
No ley line revealed, by the way. Or wasteland. Do you just fire off the wasteland here?
Man, this is tempting, right?
You got a second wasteland even.
Yeah, this is tempting.
I don't hate it.
It's tempting, especially on a mulligan to 6.
Okay, there's a chalice. Oh, there's 2 chalices. They're not that great. Honestly, I mean, against reanimate, if you get them down and you shut off all some reanimation stuff, but overall,
Dude.
Diego is also playing some
I think if you perfect. Yeah. If you wasteland and you do it, you go all in on wastelands. Love it.
There's a plague engineer, there's an opposition agent. Yeah, Diego is not really casting all that much either. I guess actually he's gonna cast the Voidwalker next turn, I would guess. Carlos is probably gonna go down, drop a chalice on 1, which Diego doesn't really care all that much about.
Right, it doesn't, because if there was a 1-drop, he might have played it in the last 10. So, man, I really don't know about Chalice of the Void in this matchup.
So here comes the Voidwalker.
Okay.
We do have the Solitude, so should Diego actually ever find enough mana and the hand to activate, there's this kind of emergency button as long as you have a white pitch card, or I guess eventually get to 5 mana. We're at 4 mana. Okay. Yeah, there's a Dungeoneer. Okay, Dungeoneer is really good here. On the other hand, we're also gonna lose the initiative right again. So, but I mean, it's probably gonna keep going back and forth. And I guess Carlos will be aware of the protection from creature stuff. So even if Diego finds a creature, it won't be able to block. Okay. Let's enter the dungeon. Let's also gonna give Carlos another land. Doesn't really need it right now. I guess could take him to 5 if you really wanted to go for that hardcast Solitude on the next turn. Interestingly though, This time we have Void Walker and no ley line. I think in the previous round we saw a mono black player, have Void Walker and ley line, in which case like you can't really use the Void Walker for the activate ability that he has.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, but now if we somehow start like either discarding or destroying stuff that Carlos has, the Void Walker can actually take it back now if he really wants to.
We can.
So the idea scenario right now is you kill the season dungeon here, right? And I guess you don't play it. Yeah, and then you play it yourself. That would be something. I would love to see that.
Right. Um. So Carlos can, with the plans he just picked up, can also fire off the fourth Eolingas next turn.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be like it's gonna be like initiative and marquee at the same time. Dude, this is so
Yeah,
swingy.
These days, like most monarchies, they don't really have a lot of initiative anymore. But a monarchy that also has initiative, that's troublesome. And knights to go with them.
Knights, yeah.
You do get to keep the knights. This is not ball lightning.
Knights are not bad.
We're going to take out that season dungeon here. Not too much to be done about that. And wait, what's happening here? Oh yeah. It goes under the Void Walker. So
Right.
yeah, this is like you can attack. I mean, you can.
He can also cast a season dungeon if you want to.
Yeah.
For 0 mana. I don't know if that makes a huge difference though.
Yeah, I was wondering what the better choice is, right? You can also just like sit there and be like, okay, maybe I find something better eventually. Also, this way you got the Void Walker still in play for a potential Helm later on. The season dungeon, of course, being the better creature, is gonna finish the game quicker. They're both equally hard to block, which is like impossible, practically.
But yeah, maybe it's better to not steal many creatures from Carlos deck because again, like Touch the Spirit Realm is a real card. You know, anything that gets bounce flickered or whatever, you know, it's just
Yeah, Touch the Spirit Realm would completely destroy you here.
Yeah, that's one of the best cards, I think.
If you went for casting a dungeon, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, tight conservative play from Diego. And I mean, we can go fourth Erlangas for 2, maybe 3 if you're willing to sacrifice the City of Traders.
This is great. Really.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what it's going to be. Could also be Solitude, though. I think might. I'm not sure. Maybe it's going to be fourth Erlangas plus.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
here we go.
Very first time on screen.
Yeah, here we go. Fourth Erlangas. And for those who don't know, this is actually a reference to the people of Rohan in the Lord of the Rings universe. Oh, there we go. All the knights in the world. So I guess the idea is either we already have a pitch card for the Solitude, or we hope to draw one on the Monarchy trigger. So we can actually take out the Void Walker and keep the Monarchy and the Initiative.
Gosh, this is brutal.
Yeah.
This is brutal.
Take it. I take the Monarchy. I take the Initiative. Deep into the dungeon. I like how much like extra board game material we now need to keep track of all of this. And Chalice is just sitting there like, am I a joke to you? I'm not doing anything in this game.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the knights gonna get bumped up to a 4/4 here. And if Diego doesn't do anything about this, like he's gonna get trapped next turn. Man, this is rough. This was a real successful turn for Carlos.
And also a heads up play from Carlos. He's going for the Solitude right away. He's not gonna let Diego untap, in which case, you know, you could use the activated ability from Void Walker to cast something else.
Dude, those players was merciless. The kind of the opposite of game one. Like game one, Diego just completely annihilated. You know, Carlos, yeah, and it's very short, quick turns.
Yeah,
or should I say like scammed Carlos?
Honestly, it's so hard for Diego actually to make this work now because you need to take care of the. I guess the creatures are the thing you don't need to take care of right away, even though you want to. Ideally, you take care of the creatures and have a hasty creature. Yeah, we're like deep into Magical Christmas land at this point.
Right.
Number 1 Plague Engineer. It's a start. I guess if a second one, then we can at least kill 2 of the tokens and then trade with the third one. But then we still don't get back the initiative. Or like every single turn now, Carlos is gonna run away with the game.
We trapping.
We trapping? Yeah, we trapping, boy. Lose 5 life. Next time we're gonna draw a card, and then we are gonna hit like what's the throne room of the secret layer or whatever it's called. I totally make
if you ever get to that room, the game might be even over before that. Like Like, look at this, right? Like, Diego doesn't even have good blocks. Like,
Yeah, Diego has no
it's
blocks
in.
at all, right?
Yeah, I don't think Diego can
I mean,
block
yeah,
it.
he can actually block one of the tokens, assuming he named Knight, right? But the 4/4, you're not,
Yeah,
3/3, you're not gonna block that.
yeah, it's gonna just go through. Um,
Honestly, though,
and Carlos
hmm.
really doesn't have to do much here. Yeah, it's even
Monkey time.
I guess, yeah, I guess the monkey will do.
Yes, the monkey will do.
If that was the only red card in hand, I might have kept it maybe if I top deck like a pyrokinesis, you know, so you can pitch it to it. Again,
I appreciate the pressure though, right? The pressure is pretty good. Like 2 extra damage. I like it.
all right.
So that's Sheoldred's Edict. Probably taking out one of the knights. Yeah, you could actually force to take out the token. Yeah,
Oh, there goes the ape.
yeah, because you can actually decide between creature or non-token creature, and he went after the monkey. Yeah. I guess if I'm so this is interesting. Carlos could either double block to take out the Plague Engineer, or just jump block, which is gonna. Oh, by the way, there is a Pyrokinesis in hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 6 mana if I remember correctly, and we
Oh, so
don't have a pitch card right now
Carlos must have drawn it maybe after he played the
for the
Secret
Monarch
Spirit
trigger,
Guide.
right?
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I should start playing
Maybe you should take over.
the
For me,
initiative.
because I would have totally played the Simeon Spirit Guide.
Dude, I think like all my Doomsday friends will probably like hate me forever if I ever pick up a Chalice of the Void
Okay.
plateau deck.
Some people didn't take too kindly when I didn't really play a lot of Fs anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we throw away one of the creatures for a jump block. That works. I think I actually kind of like that. And we are in the draw an extra card room now, and I think if it goes to a last room, it's gonna be. I mean, it's already gonna be so hard for Diego to beat because Carlos actually picked up that second copy of what is it? Pyrokinesis. That's gonna allow us. Yeah, I think we. Or Position Agent.
That was a nice funky tap. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Like, it was like
I knew you were gonna say that.
that's like 270 degrees or something.
To the left, yeah, or right,
Right.
or 90 to the left, yeah, but counting to the like these two swamps are facing away from each other.
Oh yeah.
To the right, to the left.
I mean, I don't dislike it.
Yeah. What I also don't dislike is Pyrokinesis.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
basically a one-sided draw.
Oh my god, that's like zero mana.
everything.
You lose everything.
Yeah. Take 4 damage down to 5. You're dead to the hex next round. There's another opposition in hand, opposition agent in hand. Actually, what do you think about opposition agent postboard?
It kind of makes the initiative awkward for your opponent, right? Like the 1st chapter. But
Yeah,
other than that, I think the best, the upside is just to have a flash 3/2.
Yeah,
Man, I like this is insane to say this like on a legacy top 8, but like a 3 mana to 3/2 flash. It's just pretty decent, right?
Yeah.
Like same reason we talked about like endurance before.
Yeah. I mean, messing up the first room of the initiative is just like whatever to me. Like I don't really care. But being able to steal the initiative and your opponent doesn't expect it, I think that's, like you mentioned, that's the real big deal here. And we reanimate. Oh, we can't cast reanimate. Oh, I guess we can cast reanimate, but I can't.
Yeah, it got countered by Chalice.
And looks like. Is that gonna be season dungeon here? Probably.
That's gonna be like another juicy dungeoneer.
Okay. Those go to the bottom. Actually, we don't even need to put them to the bottom because we are shuffling right away. We're going into the next room. Yeah, see? Let's pick up the next land again, and then we shuffle. This looks pretty good for Carlos. Like, even if Diego had, like, let's say, Damnation. By the way, didn't you pick up a Damnation this week?
I picked up a Damnation yesterday
there
for my mono black Yawgmoth Deathbrand Physician commander deck. I just built like 3 new commander decks recently, like mono black and a mono green is Azusa Lost But Seeking, and an Izzet deck. I started off with Nif Mizzet Parun, but I thought it was like kind of lame because everyone has that commander, so I switched over to the Locust God.
Do you subscribe to this idea of like giving a power level to your commander deck from like 1 to 10?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Oh, you do? So what are your power levels?
Oh, it's 07. That's what everyone says, right? Like, so what's your power level? I think it's a solid 7.
honestly, I think if I had an LGS, I would like make a sign at
Yeah.
this at the entrance. No power level 7 decks.
Oh, look,
You guys suck.
yeah, like all my legacy decks are also power level 7.
Yeah, you wish. You wish. Especially your reclaimers, the reclaimer deck, right?
Oh, that is like a 7 minus.
It
Yeah.
goes, yeah, it goes all the way up to 11. Oh, there's actually a chalice on 2 by now. It doesn't really change anything. Opposition agent able to ambush one of the tokens. Uh, or not even ambush. We're just trading. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there's no plague engineer anymore. So we're literally just trading. Oh, that's rough. I mean, Diego might as well play another turn, see what happens. Damnation, Dark Ritual. What's a Saga Dark Ritual? Kai, which ones are you going
Mm,
for in your Doomsday?
Huh?
Don't tell me you're playing 4 different copies of Dark Ritual.
Oh no, that'd be a crime in itself. So I would never do that.
Yeah.
Um, my favorite dark rituals have always been like, oh man, I played Mercari Mask for such a long time. Like, there was a time in my life when I played a lot of foil cards,
Mhm.
and everyone loves the foil Mercari. Like any foil card from Mercari Mask
Yeah.
is it
They are
just
some of the most beautiful cards ever printed.
yeah, hits different. Yeah, but recently I moved to the revised, but the black border German revised dark rituals.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's like the alpha artwork.
Yeah.
You know, on one of the latest podcasts, we talked about how we pick the first print of every magic card,
Mhm.
except for Brainstorm and Mechanic Mask.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
just last week, I broke that rule because I added another card to my legacy collection, which is not the first print, and that is Birds of Paradise.
Ooh.
I brought I had like the difficult task to like decide which Birds of Paradise I want to buy,
Mhm.
and obviously the first print is like the alpha Mark Pool
Yeah.
like volcanic island
Volcanic Island, actually.
ish Birds of Paradise. But then I figured I never really played with that card when I was a kid, and instead like Ravnica
Oh no.
like Ravnica was is when I was like a
I was
teenager.
hoping you would say like 7th foil or something. Ravnica has been printed
Dude,
into the ground.
when seventh edition came out, I was not smart enough to realize how good Birds of Paradise is. It's like I'm sorry. Also, I cannot play white border cards, and I don't do foils, so
Okay,
there's that.
so as Kai recovers from a sickness that is playing the wrong Birds of Paradise, let's look at the sideboard here. We got Feed the Swarm. That's the one that destroys enchantments, right? That was like pretty
Yes.
controversial
Yep.
for no black to get enchantment removal. Probably not coming in here. I mean, yeah, you can take out Fable, but that's not what you want the sideboard card to do. Nullrod. Maybe. I mean, you host some of the fast one. Like I
Uh,
can see it on the play. Maybe
yeah.
it depends on what you take out. Ratchet Bomb's super slow.
Oh, I think Retro Bomb is great because it blows up all the knights. It blows up all the
Mm.
knights and the old Chromoxen and the
Okay,
Chalice too.
let's put it this way. What do you take out though?
Um,
Like because I see the appeal of Ratchet Bomb,
yeah.
but is that really like good enough? Like your opponent's down there like casting like 3-4 drops, and then yeah, there's like I would guess like 2 copies of Fourth Lingas in there, and
And that's a good point. As much as I like what is it? She ordered the Apocalypse. It both players play maybe even the full playset of Caracas. So she could be little bit of a liability, even though the 4/5 power toughness is insanely good.
Mhm.
Um, so I have like mixed feelings about she ordered the Apocalypse. Like any legendary creature, I have a
Yeah.
mixed feeling. Ratchet Bomb does answer a few initial things. Also, Carlos plays the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and the Ratchet Bomb takes care of all treasure tokens and also the Goblin Shaman token. Um, uh, Other than that, it wouldn't be crazy for Diego to go for the Helm of Obedience, Leyline of the Void
I would go
combo,
for that. Yeah.
right? Because as we saw in game 2, Carlos has the way better fair game with between like
And He's winning the creature game, right?
right, yeah,
And he also has he's like
maybe
really good mess removal.
yeah, maybe like if Diego focuses on the helm combo and on the scam package, um, like in game number 1, that could be a way to be like to slow down to Carlos enough
Mhm.
so he can assemble maybe the combo. That'd be
Yeah.
something.
From Carlos' side, we already saw Pyrokinesis did come in. I could see Lauren coming in.
Oh, Lauren,
Kinda.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lauren sounds incredible.
Mhm.
Carlos doesn't probably know about the Leyland package being in the sideboard, but you never.
He knows this. The top 8 is open deck.
Okay, okay. So this is kind of like a nice mind game, right? Like, does Carlos think that Diego has the ley lines in this deck? Because I think in the last 2 games there were 0 artifacts slash enchantments on Diego's side. So this is a little bit of a gamble with the Lawrence. Other than that, the Swords to Plowshares look really juicy. Null Rod is quote unquote an answer to
Helm?
the helm. Yeah, it's I don't hate it.
I mean, it also shuts off your own Chalice of the Void. It's kind of
Yeah.
awkward.
And
Chalice of the Void, yeah. Hey. No, I mean your own Chromox, of course.
yeah, and what I would cut maybe are those chalices really like
Yeah.
they
Especially on the draw, right?
yeah
Like Diego's gonna go for the Thoughtseize on the first turn. Maybe Dark Ritual if he's got
yeah
it.
yeah
Yeah.
I just don't think this is a chalice game.
I agree. I very much agree. Okay, so Diego agrees with you, by the way. Wretched Bomb coming in. So it's
Nice.
kind of like an insurance against fourth Erlingers. Also, like Diego actually saw that Carlos is playing 3 copies of fourth Erlingers.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's swinging it the other way. We got 2 Dark Rituals. So what's the payoff gonna be? We see a Plague Engineer in here. Honestly, unless the last card is actually like
Yeah.
relevant, I don't like the hand.
Yeah, I don't think there is a payoff in this hand. Oh man, this is really unfortunate because double Dark Ritual is that is quite a start.
So on the other side, Carlos, that's a
Yeah.
plateau, Simian Spirit Guide, fourth Erlingas, another
Double-
Simian Spirit Guide.
Double Spirit Guide, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Isn't there like a turn 1 fourth
No,
Lingus
But
with
actually, I
with
never
like
thought
one-
about it. Yeah,
right
we
with
can
one
actually do it.
knight?
Dude, can we get that on camera, please? I mean, it depends on what Diego's gonna do, but if we get like the turn 1 fourth Erlingas,
Yeah,
turn 1 Monarchy,
turn 1 knight, turn 1 crash in.
there's
It's-
not
it's-
much
it's-
Diego
it's-
can
yeah,
do
it's-
about it unless he's got some discard, I
Maybe
guess.
it's like one single rider, but sometimes
One single rider is all it takes. He's got the okay. So if he's got like 2 mana on the first turn and passes, then Diego, at least Carlos, maybe gonna think twice about like going for this. Okay, Diego's gonna keep.
Okay, I believe this is the Takenuma, the Black Channel land.
Yeah, that's the one that
Mhm.
allows you to get back stuff from your own graveyard. In this case, this is another cycle with Otawara
Yeah.
and Teferi. Teferi. Dude, this is
Boseiju.
getting late.
Boseiju.
Yeah, and I can't get over how they messed up the templating on this. But yeah, we talked about this earlier. Yeah, like, you look at this. Like Carlos is like, should I really go for this on the first turn? I think Diego has passed the turn, right? Yeah, Diego has passed the turn, and the only way that Carlos gets host here is Dark Ritual into Shieldred's Edict.
Yeah, or Opposition Agent maybe on the
Or
on the-
Opposition Agent,
on the
yeah,
crackback.
yeah.
Sure.
Because this is a pretty big commitment for Carlos, right? It's like 2
Yeah.
Simian Spirit Guides and the 4th Erlingers.
Yeah.
But he
Also-
wants it. He wants it.
Yeah, I
On
would
the
probably
other hand,
I
sorry.
would go for it. Like especially because the land is not a swamp but a Takenuma.
Yeah.
There can't be any snuff outs, for example.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, I think Carlos is thinking about not doing it. Yeah, like if you play Cavern, you can't do it anymore, right? You don't have white mana. Yeah.
Mm,
So you know what he's doing? He wants to make that turn 2 season dungeon here.
no, I
And
see.
he's already
I
saying,
see.
okay, Diego, I saw you don't have Thoughtseize. I don't think you're gonna do anything crazy on the second turn.
I see. I
Oh,
see.
Bowmaster's still in there, not
Okay.
doing too much. As production is handing us over some of the finest pieces of Galician cuisine.
Pies.
We gotta try that out.
I think there's
Dude,
like a-
I've never been taken care of this well at any tournament ever. Like, I wanna be a caster for the rest of my life. Why do I even play tournaments? Yeah, and this is what we're talking about, right? Turn 2 season dungeon here. Diego has the tools to get rid of this. I think he's got Shieldred's Edict. Doesn't really matter though, right? You got the initiative. You keep going down into the dungeon.
Well, you could follow this up with the Orcish Bowmasters.
You start with the Yokosh.
Yeah, you start with you start with the Bowmasters, then edict the season dungeoneer, and then take over the initiative. This could be a really swingy game because Carlos still does have the 4th Erlingers. Man, this is quite a game. This could develop into something really ugly.
Yeah, actually, like I was shooting down the Bowmasters, no pun intended, but actually they might actually steal the game here. Look at like Diego is excited for this, right? I can tell. I mean, Carlos has a solitude. We saw the solitude in hand. So if there's a pitch card for the solitude, this could go south still. But I mean, actually, no, one solitude doesn't do it. We get the actually this is really good. The only way we get host here is pyrokinesis. Yeah, he's like, okay, stop, stop.
Hmm.
But yeah, since we get two creatures of that Bowmaster, one solitude doesn't do it. You either got two solitudes, which already is like asking for a lot at this point, or you got pyrokinesis, which you don't have. Yeah, checking this out right now. Okay, you take one damage, sure. Carlos doesn't like what he's seeing. On the other hand, though, once it's back to Carlos,
Mm.
Carlos can go for fourth Erlingers, steal back the initiative, and become the monarch. Problem though being
Ah,
that then Diego cracks back and takes both of those. Like this is back
right.
and forth
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
crazy. This is wild.
This is exciting.
Oh, and Diego does not want to go for the wasteland, which would have actually stopped the fourth Erlingers. Yeah, shielded. No, hold. Maybe I gotta play. I don't think you do. I wonder what
Okay.
they're actually
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about here.
So what's the deal here?
Maybe Carlos is like trying to figure out some kind of timing where you can actually sacrifice the solitude through the Shieldred's edict, but that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
There must be something that he's considering, or at least he's bluffing something. He's considering
I
like
mean, I understand. Like Carlos doesn't want to sacrifice a creature. I can totally get that.
maybe you can just like announce I won't sacrifice.
I won't. I decline. I
I
decline.
I decline the opportunity. Because like okay, sweet.
And you know what's good
Oh,
after the integrate?
reanimate!
Yeah.
I
That
didn't even see the one. That's
that
insane.
yeah, that reanimate is not as you should play it post combat, I think. You want to crack in, get the initiative, and then post combat do the seasoned engineer to get another room trigger.
Oh my god, this is dirty. Actually, let's take the initiative.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I would have yeah, it's not bad. I maybe I would have liked to use the wasteland on the plateau instead.
You'd rather kill that plateau
I
than
think so because like
Ah.
if you take the initiative like this,
Mhm.
all you want to do is just deny your opponent from casting really anything, and just run away with the initiative maybe. And having a seasoned dungeoneer in place is cool and all, but you give your opponent like double the mana basically.
Oh,
Um,
50% more
yeah,
mana
50
next
50%
turn.
more, and
Like 3 instead of 2.
you,
Yeah.
you know that Prophylingus is a quite a mana intensive spell, and one of these spells to take over the game for the initiative
I
side,
see
right?
what you're saying. I don't know. Maybe that's
It's a
overthinking it
close
a lot.
call. It's a really
Yeah.
close call, and I really don't know what's correct, but my gut tells me that the
So
wasteland would have been disastrous
what
too.
is he gonna do at 3 mana that he can't do at 2 mana? Is basically what I'm wondering.
Um,
I mean, okay, he can get access to white mana, which
you know, like
we don't know whether he actually has that.
well, it could be like the fourth layer lingers, we just mentioned, and then
Mhm.
any fury or solitude on the seasoned dungeoneer, right? Like Carlos has a lot of ways to deal with creatures for 0 mana.
Mhm.
So
Oh, we grew the orchestra. I was like, what's happening there? Yeah, we grow the orchestra. This is so cool. Like usually the army grows. Now the bombmasters are like, no, we grow
oh,
tonight.
yeah, take it.
Oh, Carlos, yeah, this is a rough spot. Yeah, you could no, you can't even
Right,
force the initiative now, right? By going
right.
fourth Erlingers, there's a blocker.
Yeah, let's see. Also, like any future touch of spirit realm is also kind of rough for Diego because the seasoned dungeoneer is gonna come back on Carlos' side of the table. You know, like all these little things. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if
Okay. Looks like it's crisis averted. Carlos didn't really have anything going on here. And I think now I would guess Diego is gonna be so quick to snap off that wasteland. Lose 5 life down to 12. Draw your card for the turn.
yeah. And you see the problem now. Like now, Diego wants the wasteland, but the wasteland comes in the battlefield tapped, so you can't really use it. Like
I don't know. Like I think Diego's so far ahead. It's
Yeah.
actually insane.
Yeah,
I mean, I see it
it is.
like basically Carlos needs like 2 pitch spells. Like he needs four mana to kind of neutralize the sport, and if he does, he's probably gonna win. That's true. But then again, like Wastelanding doesn't stop the pitch spells, so mm. I'm not that. What I'm saying is like I'm not so scared of what costs mana. I'm scared of the stuff that doesn't cost mana.
All right, all right.
Okay, Diego wants to go to attacks. Carlos like, sweet, sweet, Blood. I might have something.
Hold on.
Okay, that's Solitude. That one must be going after a Season Dungeon here, right? I mean, if it's not, then that's almost like telling us we somehow have access to touch the Spirit Realm, but I mean, we would have done that last turn. Yeah, you get that one. Straight into exile. Yeah. Arcanus are 2/3, right?
Argon is a 2/3.
Yeah.
The Bowmasters are 3/3 currently.
So we got that attack down
Diego
to 9.
could, yeah, he could fire off this the removal spell maybe.
Wait, we are not attacking? No, we are. Okay, awesome. Yeah, still not quite clear. Like Diego has doubts. Like Carlos has been constantly stopping him, be like, hey, maybe I got something here. Maybe I got something. Now Diego's like, maybe he actually has something.
Dude, if I was Carlos, I would probably do this like every turn. It's like, you know, maybe I got 2 things.
Yeah, take me down to 9. And thus far, nobody has ever become the monarch, right? We never saw 4th Erling as an action. We could see it come into action now because, yeah, that's basically Carlos needs a tempo swing. He needs like basically 0.5 of a turn just so he can like take both of those like initiative and monarch and take out Diego's, at least one of Diego's creatures, so he can try to stay ahead. But with Diego drawing more creature removal.
Dude, look at this. Like, like didn't we mention before the game that Diego might have a rough time with, like in the fair game, you know, and might want to do the Helm of Obedience Leyline combo thing instead.
By the way, how did we wasteland here? Is this still?
Oh, we wasteland after we destroyed the Archon.
Oh, he only played the wasteland afterwards. Okay,
Right,
yeah, in my head it was already played. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's so much better. That is so much better. Okay, now Diego officially out of gas. He only still has like the initiative on 2 lands in hand, which honestly is probably going to be good enough. So we're going to draw an extra card. Let's see what that one's going to be. Another wasteland. Oh,
yeah, goddamn. That wasteland. Holy smokes.
Wasteland gamers all over the world rejoice.
This is insane.
And that should send
yeah, like
Diego...
all Carlos can do here is to flicker something. Is to channel the
Oh, he picked that one up.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if he could actually get back at Season Dungeon here now. Yeah, well, that was a turn ago.
Like you could snack.
You wanna eat the army? That's not very exciting.
Yeah.
It looks like. Do you think Mono Black is gonna take the? Yeah, after like years where Black was not a very good core color in Legacy, we talked about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Black has always been like this auxiliary color for like sideboard stuff, or maybe a splash for discard, or maybe it's part of a combo deck.
Oh yeah.
Combo decks, yeah. But like as a core color that defines anything you do in your deck, it hadn't really been a thing for a while. Now look at all these awesome black cards. We literally is Mono Black the best monocolor deck in Legacy right now?
Yeah.
I mean, you can build painter monocolors.
The competition is real high, right? There's like mono red painter. There's like mono green cloud pose.
Okay, yeah, you okay. Keep convincing me.
Yeah, mono blue merfolk. You know.
Yeah. Okay. The competition is actually not
there has not been a competition.
That's actually okay. Okay, like I think somehow Death in Texas just doesn't want to die. Like people, like every other set, like there's something that goes into Death in Texas, and then there's like 3 cards that are good against Death in Texas. And as Carlos is sitting there on his one lonesome plains, like Diego just reveals hell to him, and yeah, Carlos is like, okay, you got this. I got even more of the 4th Erling Gas. They're not doing anything for us. and Diego Cruz moves on to the semifinals.
Damn. Congratulations. Yeah, when I saw this the second game, I thought that Carlos has like the upper hand here, but man, still congrats. So Carlos gonna you know what's funny is that Carlos is now he's 5th to 8th place. He gets a plateau as a as a pri- as a prize. You know, people like every top eight competitor gets at least one dual land, and this is like an insane tournament. The winner picks up 3 copies of Underground Sea. The finalist gets 2 Tundras. The third and fourth place get a Bayou, and 5th to 8th place they get a plateau. And like, it's nice, you know, for Carlos to finally maybe even complete the playset. It's so on brand, you know. That's like if you show up with elves and you finally get your 5th cradle or something.
I would only be playing blue black decks.
You have to, right? Because you know, it's Underground Sea is kind of on theme.